What's up, guys, and welcome to another video, and let's get ready to wake up and react to another episode of Psycho-Pass. I almost said Gintama, sorry. So yeah, at the end of the first episode, you figure out we've got the, let me move this so I can see their names. Enforcers, and Akane is the one who leads them. She's the new girl on the job. Kagari, I think, is one of the enforcers. I might be wrong. I don't know. I didn't write all of their names down. I literally only wrote enforcers, Akane, and Kagari, so I could be totally off on that. It's probably not that guy's name. But they're, the enforcers are, like, people with elevated, I don't know, like psychopasses. Like, their levels are, like, or their color is murky. The clearer it is, the better. The murkier your color is, the more mentally, like, unstable you are, and a bigger, like, risk or threat to society that you are. So, you know, you get required therapy or whatever. Then they have the guns that they use. They kill, or just paralyze people. It depends on how high their number is. Yeah, so we've got this civil system that judges society, by constantly having, like, you know, drones scanning and updating people's levels. And yeah, requiring them to do whatever based on that number. And if it's low enough, you're fine. You just get to keep living out your life. But as you can see, that based on the first episode, it's complicated, and it's kind of like, who created this? Why? They're kind of playing God here, because based on how they design this system, they're determining who gets to live or die, or who gets imprisoned or not. And then the enforcers probably had to choose, like, either they get removed, you get, like, removed from society because you're a risk, you go off somewhere, you get rehabilitated, or maybe you just get locked away forever, or you die, or you work for us and help us find people like you. And they're called latent criminals, so they haven't committed any crimes yet, but they're likely to based on their numbers. So it's kind of, I like it because it's like, this whole show, I feel like, is about justice and what is justice, and your morals, like what is ethical and what's not, what's justified and what's not. So I like it. I love the concept. It reminds me of Westworld, and I think, what'd you guys say, Minority Report? I've never seen it, but yeah, anyway, remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be notified every time I upload a video. And if you guys want full reactions, you can catch them on my Patreon. The link for that's in the description below, so please check that out and sign up to support the channel. I'm just looking at the screen, it's like flashing, sorry. Anyway, oh yeah, sign up to support the channel. Other than that, let's jump into the reaction, guys. What the hell is that? That's part of her alarm? That's cool. Powder blue this morning? Okay, so powder blue is good. God, she looks weird. Like, her character design, she looks freaky. Ooh. Like, look at the bags under her eyes. Ooh. Yeah, she was definitely, I don't know if I should say traumatized, but not well. That thing is cool. Oh wow, I can change her room? Oh, that's dope. Nice. That could totally change your mood. Oh, that's really cool. I'm sure this thing, like, checks in with the system too and monitors what you're eating and stuff if you're not eating enough. Oh, you're flagged. Oh wow, okay. A supplement to prevent mental contamination. What? Yo, this world is insane. She must be rich. There's no way that normal people have access to tech like this. No way, dude. Ugh. Hmm. That's true. I wonder if she's special. I don't know if that's it. I mean, that shit was traumatizing, bro. Oh. Okay. An aptitude for jobs. Wow. So that determines which jobs you get approved for? It is really a lot like Westworld Season 3, man. Huh. Well, you determine who's capable of doing it, don't you? There's almost no free will. Like, it is a lot like Westworld Season 3. Like, it, based on your, I mean, I don't know. Westworld, I think, controlled things a bit more. Like, it would manipulate situations to make sure that you couldn't rise above or fall below the class that it determined for you. Like, it would cause accidents so that would prevent you from being able to rise above, or whatever. It's just like fucked up. I wonder if this is similar. I mean, you take the test and it determines which jobs you're qualified for, and you can't apply for anything other than that. That's fucked up. What if I want to do something else? What if I want to do better for myself? Are you allowed to take the test again? Well, once and that's all. Well, yeah, she's the enforcer, right? That's a long name. Karen Amori Shion. I'm gonna have to call her Shion. Okay, but there was a thing she said a couple minutes ago that I really wanted to read again. The anticipated group stress in the Shinjuku ward is level 3. Anticipated group stress. What the hell is that? Like, other people's stress affects yours, or like if it's too... What the fuck is that? That is like group stress. It takes into consideration everyone's stress levels and like what determines, okay, maybe you should take a supplement so that you won't be affected by anyone else's bad moods, or like if they talk to you shitty or whatever, like it won't get to you. Like what does that mean? What is she trying to say? I'm confused. Oh, really? Wow. Kogami. Oh shit. What the hell? Come on, bro. She's gonna feel bad about that. How'd she get such a perfect shot? There's something off, man. What's up with her? Okay. Alright. So he'll be alright in one more day, but still, something's up with her. Why? That's weird. These are things that are standing out, that I think they clearly want to stand out. She's unaffected by a lot of other people, or things that are traumatic, like events. And how'd she get that perfect shot? Was that just random? Was that just luck? I mean, you got a shot to his spinal cord, bitch. Like, got him out of commission for days. Yeah, what the hell? What are you talking about? Oh, she's nice to her, okay. Do they have a chameleon? Is that fake? Oh, what? He just walked in the door, goddamn. Okay. Wow, she's very diligent. I feel bad, like, she doesn't seem like a threat. She's a hard-working person, like, what the fuck? That one enforcer? She's so kind, too. Oh, he's right there. Okay. So you may not need to use that. Okay. So what do you do with this guy then? You take him in and require therapy? What is therapy like though? Yep. What is he watching them? Oh, and he's gonna run. Oh, please. Oh no. I don't want this to get violent. Oh no. Please don't cause a scene. Emergency therapy. Oh gosh. But you're likely to. That's why my crime coefficient is so high. That's bizarre to me. Committing a crime or cracking down on crime. Either way, it's something to do with dealing with crime. It makes no sense. They're two completely different concepts. Unless you're like out here like doling out punishment as you see fit, you know? Like, that's not fair. What the fuck is that? If that was the case, wouldn't every cop be a latent criminal? That makes no sense to me. What the fuck? Am I not understanding something correctly? Like, he's just got like this disposition where like he can just, I don't know, like he's what? I don't understand. He knows how to deal with difficult people. Like he's just built that way. Like he's just got this like intuition, and like that makes him a latent criminal. That makes no fucking sense. I almost feel like that's a manipulation by the system. Like, oh, we recognize some qualities in this guy. We'll just tag him as a latent criminal and we'll come force him to work for the government. Because maybe he had no intentions of doing something like that. But the guy who created the Sybil system's like, this guy could be useful to us. Fuck it, I'm just gonna manipulate the system. I mean, come on. He's such a sweet guy. I honestly feel like that's what's happening. He looks at people's psychopaths, this guy who created it, and he's like, okay, this person could be useful in cracking down on other people and pointing, like, being able to kind of sniff them out, as he said. So maybe that's what's, like, going on. I don't know, but I mean, it feels that way. I don't know, it's crazy, but anyway, he does seem like this guy manipulates the system. That's all I'm trying to say. Anyway, let me shut the fuck up. You're also new, so what can you really do? You gotta learn. But she wants to do more. Maybe you're trying to shield her. From what? I don't know. Society? The way things actually are? I don't know. She doesn't see what happens to these people afterwards, so maybe he's shielding her from that. Like, maybe he knows she wouldn't be able to handle it mentally, or doesn't think she would be. Maybe she would, though. I don't know, for some reason I feel like this guy's either gonna go crazy or he's gonna die. Or he's like a spy or some shit, like, I don't know, he's just sketchy to me. What the fuck, bro? You're like a genius. What? So that's why you decided to go with that? It's fate, destiny, whatever. Oh, and now you're like kind of being told to sit on the sidelines and watch. They don't have that problem. That luxury, really. Use your talent?
本当の人生生まれてきた意味そんなもんで悩むやつがいるなんて考えもしなかったよ
Well, when you have limitless options. Okay. That's shitty. How does it determine whether you deserve to die or not then? Oh. I mean, I think she just answered that. Does he feel like her answer wasn't good enough? Or she's lying? Maybe talking to him will do you some good. Maybe it'll give you a fresh perspective. Maybe because he knows him better, I'm assuming. Shut up. You have every right to complain. You don't have... Ugh, I hate this. I wonder if he was brought here as a kid too. Bitch, fuck you. I'm crying too now. Stop! Stop! Yeah, I knew that was coming. What have you been through? He's got some personal mission. I don't know what it is. But whoever that is, they caused him a lot of pain. Whoever we just saw in his flashbacks. Look at how she looks fine. Okay, good. This show is so, God, it's so good. It's so interesting and it's so complicated. But I love that. Okay, so, Akane, I do think that she's special, and I do think that her thinking that, well, I did pass a lot of tests with an A, but I was the only one who passed that specific test, the bureaus, with an A, and I kind of felt like, maybe this is my destiny, this is my purpose, you know, this is how I'm gonna figure out what I'm meant to do with my life, my life's purpose, and I don't think she's wrong in believing that. Maybe she said, I think there's something at the bureau that only I can do. There's something that only I bring to the table. And I don't think she's wrong. Because one, like, she seems very unaffected by, like, her psychopath at least is unaffected by a lot of the things going on around her. Her friends can attest to that, at least. That's what they said. I mean, we've only seen her go through one thing, but I feel like that would shake up anybody else. And she was shaken up, but her psychopath didn't change, which is weird. So there's something to her. I don't know if it's like she was just born like special, or if somebody did like something to her, like experimented on her. I don't know how crazy this world is, so I just don't know I'm not ruling anything out, but she may have just been born with this like strong sense of justice, I guess. Strong like moral compass or code. Because he said you put justice before the job, and he kind of like was saying that that's admirable, and that he said maybe through you I can be more than just a dog, just following orders, like, which is what he's been for so long. I mean, if he was taken in like a child at 5, like what's his name, Shinya, I think that might be his name. The one who's like flirty, the one who's talking to her at dinner. Which is crazy to me that he was taken in at 5. I just find that unnecessary, but okay. 5 years old, and they're not even allowed to leave the compound. They have to stay on the CID floor or their quarters. That's it. That's all they're allowed to do if they're off duty. That's bullshit. They have no life. They're like confined to these like 1 floor in their room. Like, if that doesn't make a person go crazy, fuck. What the I would feel so. I think I would start out feeling frustrated, then I would feel like claustrophobic. I would just feel like, and I would be mad, like, this isn't fair. I haven't done anything yet. Like that guy was saying, I haven't done anything, but it's like the justification for that is, but you're likely to, and we step in before you even get the chance to commit it. But you're taking away their same concept as Moon Knight. It's Amit. You are taking away their free will. They're not even given a chance. Amit's philosophy, and versus Khonshu's, Amit, I kill them before they're given a chance to commit these like atrocities. And he's like, yeah, but you're taking away their free will. You're not even giving them a chance to decide whether they want to do something evil or not. And she's like, yeah, but this is the difference between me and you. I don't give them a chance to do evil. I'm saving people. It's like, well, I don't know. You're also killing people, so it's the justification of what? You're saving more lives than you're taking? I understand, but I just feel I'm putting myself in their shoes, and it's just not fair. It's not. I mean, look at them. They seem so normal. They don't seem like they're struggling. They don't seem like they're about to go out and like commit a murder or a crime. But so often people are struggling and nobody can see it. So I don't know. Anyway, back to Kogami and Akane's scene. So through her, he'll be more than just a dog. For so long, he's just been following orders, because he's like, I just stopped thinking about it. Like, I just did what I was told, because like he said, in that moment when he was there, he was just thinking about, I don't want to die in a place like this. So I feel like that's maybe just what he operates on, is just like survival mode. I have to do what I'm told if I want to survive. And I feel like that's just like the surface of it all, because it really stems from, I have to survive because, right? Not just I have to survive just to survive. It's not that basic. That's the surface of it. Really, he wants to survive because of like what he just said. It almost seemed like he forgot, and he remembered in that moment, maybe because he was paralyzed and he's still recovering. But I still have unfinished business. There's something I still need to do. So you want to survive. You can't die in a place like that, not just because, well, I just don't want to die here. It's, I don't want to die here because I still have to, this is what I'm assuming, I still have to kill that monster. That's the way it came across to me. Somebody in his past is going to be probably the big bad of this show, or one of, if it's not that guy we saw in the beginning, not the guy, because I think the guy we saw in the first episode is the one who created the Sybil system. I don't know if that's who he saw in his memories or not, but if it's somebody, and it's somebody who did something horrible to him, or to someone he cared about, or multiple someones he cared about. But yeah, I think when you, it's almost like he's just like biding his time. But I feel like when you're forced to do a job like this for so long, you almost like you compartmentalize. Like, you can't, if you want to stay sane, you can't afford to waver or like get caught up in the rights and the wrongs of it all. Like, you can't hesitate. You can't hesitate in those moments. And so I think that's why a lot of them, they just kind of shut that part of themselves off, where they're like Akane, where she's accessing that moral compass or code and trying to determine what is right and wrong. You know, she's thinking about it. She's not just operating on, well, whatever the system tells me to do, I do it. Like, she's being more autonomous, and she's utilizing like her free will. They don't. They do act like just dogs. And I do think that it stems from wanting to just survive, and because I mean, yeah, you don't want to die, but like also they're trying to make the best of the situation that they're in, which is really shitty. They just want to live one more day, I'm sure, and also what's going to happen if they don't. But even if they don't die, right? Like, in that situation, you don't have the luxury of hesitating, because it's their life or yours sometimes, if they're elevated enough, right? If they're, yeah, like that one guy was trying to kill them. But also, like, what's the consequence of not following orders? Is it really just her paralyzing you? What if she doesn't? What if you guys get back and like there's a punishment for them? I don't know. What if it's horrible? I don't know. The show's so good, dude. It's so complex. But you can tell that they're good and that they want to be good. But they're just seen as monsters by most people around them, I think. That's the impression I'm getting. Like, but when you speak to all of them, they just seem so... They make jokes to make light of the situation that they're in, even though it's so fucked up. They still try to make the best of it, which is why they crack those jokes. It reminds me of a person who's like dying, making light of or making fun of their own illness, because they don't want to be sad all the time. If they can't laugh at themselves, ... I don't know what the end of that phrase is, but something about like, if you can't laugh about death. I just feel like it's a way to cope. It's a coping mechanism. So you're not constantly wallowing in like self-pity. Because it's not a good headspace to be in, you know? Yeah, you're dying and you can't change that, so why be miserable all the time? Make the best of it. And I feel like that's the same situation there. And like, yeah, I'm a captive, but why not make the most of it? I can't change my situation. I might as well try to be as happy as I can. And I think that's why Shinya, if that's his name, I'm probably not right. That might be the girl. But it's probably why he got so angry at her. It's because you have all of these options and you're telling me that you just became a detective just because? You had all of these options. Like, he probably wanted to hear, like, he probably feels like she just took advantage of the luxuries that she has. Because he doesn't. He's like, man, if I could have chosen anything, I would have chosen something that really, like, moved me. Like, tell me you chose this job because you have this strong sense of justice. You wanna make the world a better place. Give me something, not, well, I thought maybe I could find my purpose here. No. Like, that's not enough for him. He's probably pissed off. Like, if I was in your position, bro, like, he's probably mad. Like, you have the luxury of being able to soul search and figure out who you are and what you want to do. I don't have that. I'm stuck here trying to make the best out of this fucked situation. I don't know. Maybe it was just that. Maybe it was just hearing about all of the luxuries that she has that he doesn't. Maybe pissed him off. But I feel like it's more like, maybe it could be. Maybe it could be. I shouldn't say it is, but maybe it is more than that. Maybe it is like what I said, where do something that makes your fucking heart race and it makes you feel alive. Tell me you came to this job because there's nothing else you could see yourself doing. This makes you happy. Not just, well, I don't know, I'm trying to figure it out. Fuck you, you're trying to figure it out. I don't have that option. I don't have that. Like, that would make me so mad. Not that it's right to be mad at her. It's not her fault, but it's unfair. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna stop talking. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be notified every time I upload a video. And if you guys want full reactions, you can catch that on my Patreon. The link for that's in the description below, so please check that out and sign up to support the channel. Other than that, I'm gonna get out of here, guys, and I'll catch you in the next reaction.